Hi, this is Gertie I'm here to do a hairstyle tutorial. So, all you're going to need is your scrunchies and maybe some pins. This is going to be a style off of a protective style, or it'll be a couple styles. So I was supposed to do this like a while ago, but I started recording and, for some reason college life just didn't let it work out. So now I'm doing it again. But it's a little different this time because instead of just having braids, I have braids and I have flat twists on the side. Plus, I'm missing 14 dreadlocks because I cut them off. So we can still work with this definitely without that. So first things first, I have braids down the middle and then flat twists on the side. So I kind of have like a faux hawk of box braids. And what I did was I braided the ends of my flat twist. So I have 1, 2, 3 flat twists, 1, 2, 3 flat twist braids, and all braids. So first thing is that you could totally have it like this. You can put it to the side or something. I don't know. Do whatever you want. So that's simple enough. You can also have the good old put this part in the front down, put this part down. But I'm going to get a little bit more intricate than that. So there's going to be a lot of basket weaving involved and bangs and things like that. Okay, so first thing that you want to do is basket weave from the back to the front. If you don't know what basket weaving is, literally, if you have the dreadlocks hanging down, you take a dreadlock here and you put it to the opposite side, and then you take this dreadlock and you put it to the opposite side. As you can see, my dreadlocks are overlapping each other. So this one is stable. It's not going to fall down as long as this goes up here. So basket weaving is just doing that over and over until you have a nice little solid mixture of the things. So you do that. And it's a little bit nicer when I have the braids from the flat twist because they're nice and big, so they'll really hold down my middle dreadlock. But you really want to do the whole thing. Okay. So I would say flat twisted, you should still have some out. But once you're here, and I kind of stopped mine where my flat twist braids stopped. So there was only 3 of those on each side, and they're all in the basket weave. So I'm just going to put this in the scrunchie section off right now. Now I have these braids in the front, and then I have this basket weave in the back. And I think you can see that. So this is my little basket weave in the back. This is my ball. Okay, so now that you're here, we do this little style. So there's some threads that are a little shorter because they're further back. You can use these to make a bun. So what I've been doing lately, since my hair is getting too long, is wrapping my hair around itself. So right here I have this ponytail. I'm going to take some of my shorter locks and just kind of either wrap them some way around the ponytail. So wrap them across the front. I'm doing a video. Okay. Back to these. So, sorry. Baby came in. So, yeah, so you basket weave it to the top, as you can see. I section off my basket weave with this little ponytail, this little front braid. And now, first thing I'm going to do is like a braided bun, a braided top bun with a bang in the front. So, I like to grab some of the shorter locks that are closer to the back. Help me out with this. It doesn't matter how many you grab. If they're long enough, you don't need to grab any at all. But I kind of fold these in half and then put these either on top of it like that, or you can wrap them to the side, however you want your bun to look. But it really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna wrap mine in different directions. And if you have shorter locks like this, you can wrap it and then kind of like tuck them under the longer ones that have wrapped all the way around. And then you need to take another scrunchie and put it on top of this. And you put it over all these. Like a sticky dreadlock. Okay, so these are not, it's a bit difficult for you to see. Okay. Now just get it so neat. So this is not the most perfect one. But, you know, it's good enough, it's cute. Okay, so got my little bun going, whatever, all this here. Now, with the bangs, you can have a couple bangs. First, put it to the side. Boom, style, boom, done. Or you can do the basket weave, kind of pump. So that's where you split these in half, just all of them in half. This way. And then you put one side over here, and I like to give mine some volume, so I kind of like don't do it very tightly. I do it kind of loose. And what you're going to do is you're going to put it over here, and then you're going to kind of start wrapping it around this bun in the back. Okay, so you see how I'm holding it right here? You're going to take this one and wrap it in the other direction around the bun in the back. So now you have this. I actually didn't like this one. So then you have that. And obviously you can loosen up or whatever, however you want. And when you have this, I usually just put another scrunchie over the top. So you can put another scrunchie around the bun to hold down these extra dreadlocks. Around. Then you just gotta tuck those in. So you see I have all these loose ones. Just grab them, just tuck them underneath your scrunchie on both sides. So now you got this. So you have your little fun little basket weave in the front, and you have your braid. This is your new thread. Boom. Boom. Okay. Another thing you can do to get scrunchie off is a Pompadour. So you can have your braids, just straighten mine out to the top, and then you just either roll them down on themselves, like that. Actually, you don't want this one sticking out. Like that. That's a little Pompadour. Or you can just kind of like put fingers here to figure out where you want this to be. Hopefully that's all. Make sure they're all the length that they can be. So you put 2 fingers back here, roll this over top. To kind of figure this out. And then with this, I would probably either try and get the scrunchie over the bun, or you can put the scrunchie at the end of your lock, and then just pin it. So with me, my hair, I could technically just leave it like this, but that's not very secure. So I'm either going to pin it, or I'm going to take one of these scrunchies from my bun and tuck end of the ponytail into that scrunchie, if I can. Oh no, it's on the pot. So make sure you got as many knots as possible. And now I kind of have like a side Pompadour, but you know, you can easily adjust it. So now I have this side Pompadour, just like that. That's simple enough. The last bang that you can do, something that I just recently started doing that I like a lot. So it's kind of like a front swoop sloppy thing. So you split your hair in half again, okay, and you take your first row and you just put it across your head just like that. So you can wrap it. Okay. Just make sure you have them all. You're just going to be very loose, okay? And then you're going to take this one and wrap it around the other there. Now you have this one. And from here, you're just going to have all the ends of your knots right here. So what you can do is, you took that one in there. So what you can do is you can either take a scrunchie and scrunchie off the ends of these, which I wouldn't really suggest. It's kind of difficult. But you can do that. You can also take the ends that you feel and kind of raise them up so that they're on your bun, they're sitting on your bun. Then you take this scrunchie, you put it over them, and then over the rest of the bun. So you do that, and that's fairly stable. Just gotta check your locks, see if any of them fall out, and I just tuck that one right back in. This one's a little shorty, so I'd probably take a hairpin, put that in there. But that is that. And you can change this bang depending on how you wrap it, so that they're completely across each other, or you can have one wrapped under and then the one wrapped above, so there's like 2 layers of it, something like that. But I think this is really cool, especially with the braids. It's really nice looking. So that's that. Now there's one more style that I want to show, and it is, I think, the most elegant one. You can take all this down, but don't take out your basket weave. Hopefully you didn't already do that. Sorry if you did. So gonna get out of the bun. In fact, you can take out the scrunchie that's holding the basket weave together even, but just don't take down the basket weave unless you want to do it again. So what this is, you're gonna basket weave it completely. So some of my basket weave is already falling out, so I'm just gonna do that with you. Try and get the big fat ones out of the way early so that they're not at the bottom of the basket weave. So as you can see, I'm using all of my braids. Keep on wrapping till you are done. Okay. So this is all the hair basket weave. So this is basically a lobster roll from the back to the front with braids. So now you have this little section of hair, and you can scrunchie this off if you want to, or rubber band it, or whatever you're doing. I'm going to wrap some of these hairs around it to get kind of a tighter grip. So, because I don't want my scrunchie, if I'm going to use it, I don't want it way up here. I want to have it as close to the bottom as possible so I can kind of hide it. So, put that one right there. Right at the bottom. Tie it secure. And then you're going to roll this underneath. So, if you're doing this while I'm showing you, you can kind of see that. And I'm sorry, this basket is not the nice thing, but when I rolled it underneath, I could kind of shove it into the basket because it's so loose. So honestly, right now, I don't even need a pin. So I can just poke it up in there and it'll stay. but you might need a pin. And I would say I usually, when I have the scrunchie up there like that, I put the pin through the scrunchie, rather than through like a random braid, to pin it up there. So, obviously this is not like the nearest part. You can see that there's a little gap, but that's from when this was not well vacuumed. But either way, that's basically it. So this is it. And then obviously if you have all braids, you're going to take these with all braids, you can do the exact same thing for the style, but just pretend like, this isn't flat, just this is braids, so you add that into your basket. It's the exact same thing, nothing different. With this, you can also, when you roll it underneath, you don't have to roll it completely underneath. You could roll it to the side, which I would have to do that to the beginning if I want to do that. You can roll it to the side if you want to, and then, you probably definitely gonna have to put it in there. And that gives you a little different of a look. So that one kind of gives you the Pompadour look. And then if you want this one, it's going to be a little further out in your head. Technically you also roll it back, but I don't know, I think rolling it forward is just easier because you can kind of hide little things like this underneath. So that's it. Boom, boom. I'll pin this down so I don't have to hold it. So I have a really, really long one. I hate this because it's not really good for dreadlocks, but in terms of something like this, it's really nice. It's nice and thick, and hopefully I just have to use the other thing to get it in there. Okay, so that's it. Tuck all the loose ones in, take the pins, put them in. And, I said you need your hair ties and your pins, but I only use one pin this entire time. So it just all depends on the length of your hair. So, this is how it looks like. Put that pin off very good. Okay, so, like I said, this isn't the best representation of it, but you get it. It's explained. So boom. So those are all the styles that you can do with your braids. Trust me, you will not get bored. Last time I had braids in, I almost didn't want to take them out, which is like the first ever. So I usually have ADD basically when it comes to my locks. But being able to figure out all these styles, I was like, oh my god, this is cute, and this is cute, and this is cute. So it just gives you a lot more things to do, and it helps you be cheap, even when technically you're really not, because this isn't the cutest look. But think about all the things you transform it into. So those are my styles. I know this video is super long, but I wanted to put them all together since they're all in the same category. The titles are take pictures from on Instagram, hashtag WOM, or tag me or something like that, and have fun. Alright, stay looking fly, y'all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.